it. But if
I
you
can
look at his
see, yeah.
shoes, if you look
Why
at
have
the
they got
shoes,
it covered?
yeah. Well, they're doing some work there, or whatever
Oh,
they're
right.
going to do. I don't know, but they've been taking forever about it. But if you look at their shoes, you can see the pointed shoes.
Oh, up there, in there.
Yeah. You've got those four people. The last
Yeah, I
one
can
is
see
broken
'em.
off. You can see the pointed shoes.
Yeah.
And you can see that the same hat and the furry bit going down vertical. Yeah. And the rounded beard.
Yeah.
So these are Israelis.
Okay.
And this is now 732 BC. What you're looking at is, and it says over there, it says it in cuneiform, because I could read it. I've worked it out, it took me ages, but I worked it out, and it says Ashtartu. So that's the town of Astartu.
Okay.
Astartu is Ashtaroth. It's the feminine plural in Hebrew rather than Assyrian.
Okay.
Artu is feminine plural in Assyrian. So anyway, so it's Ashtaroth, and it's 21 miles east of Lake Galilee.
Okay.
That's where it is. So now what we're doing is we're talking about the east bank of the River Jordan, because we know about the west bank.
Yeah.
Now we're talking, they used to own the east bank.
Okay.
And this is 732 BC, and then we've got the king, which you can't see underneath there, and he's Tiglath-Pileser III.
Okay.
So he was 745 to 727 BC. So he's at the right period of time for this to happen.
All of this happening.
So everything, all of the information here is pointed to one thing, and you can see their bags on their back. They're going into exile.
Exile.
So this is what you're looking at here. Believe it or not, you're looking at the beginning of the lost tribes of Israel.
Okay.
Now, isn't that really, really special?
Definitely.
Really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that
It's a
amazing?
lot. It's a lot.
Isn't it? A professor at Bristol University told me this, and the PhD students couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It was so amazing.
That's what it's actually depicting.
Yeah, it is.
It is. That's a lot, because
Isn't that special?
It is.
And then underneath that town, there's a rounded bit, and what that is it's a tell. They call it a tell in the Middle East.
Okay.
Because what you did is, you baked your bricks by putting them out in the sun. Now, if you put them in the kiln at 1,000 degrees, the bricks will last hundreds of years.
Yeah.
But if you put them in the sun, they don't bake well.
Okay.
And so the rain comes down, and after 20 or 30 years, they turn into mud.
Okay.
And so what happens is you build on top. The mud, it turns into mud, and then you build on top of that. And before you know it, you're building on a hill.
Yeah.
And that's why they call these old towns tells in the Middle East.
All right.
Because there's no trees around.
Yeah.
So that's what you do.
Interesting, man.
Yeah. And so it proves it's an old town. And that town was mentioned in the time of Moses, because Moses took over the East Bank, and then he died. He was not allowed to go into
Israel.
the West Bank.
Yeah, to the West Bank.
He was not allowed to do that. He died before he did that. But he did take over the East.
Okay.
So that town is mentioned way back in the Torah. So that's what you're looking at. Isn't that special? And you can see the Assyrian person with the pointed thing.
At the back of them?
Yeah, at the back of them. And if you go upstairs, you can see that pointed helmet. So
It's a lot, man. Trust me.
Isn't that special?
Mine's
yeah,
mind blown.
mind blown. I don't know much about these things. Now that one, I could tell you about that.
Okay.
What you're looking at here is
Priest?
probably of some sort.
Like a pope?
Yeah, but what you're looking at is they're worshipping a fish god, and that's Dag.
Okay.
In Hebrew, fish is Dag.
Dog.
Yeah. Now that's significant because you've got the god Dagon.
Dagon. Yeah.
Dagon. Dagon, small fish. So it's the fish god.
Okay.
So you're looking at the fish god. So it ties in with biblical stuff.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And on here, this is Shalmaneser III again, black obelisk. Same thing. The back of this, there's a battle of Karkar, 853 BC, just a little bit before that one.
Yeah.
And what's happened there is Ahab and Israel are mentioned on this.
Okay.
Ahab is the husband of Jezebel. So this is the king before Jehu. So he's mentioned on here.
Okay.
So you've got Ahab, you've got Jehu, you've got Omri. So all these people are mentioned. Ashtaroth, the town. So all these different people are mentioned. So it ties in with the biblical records, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the thing. So all this is, is backed up.
Yeah, yeah. So this actually helped write the Bible, in a way.
Well, they wrote their own Bible, but I'm just saying that this extra information, this is just done by the Assyrians themselves. They
Okay.
put this in Nimrod.
Yeah, yeah.
They just left it there.
Just left it.
Yeah. So the Jews wouldn't have looked at it, but it's the same story. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So they probably never talked to each other at the time. It's that's it. So that's yeah.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. Because the symbols are a little bit different up there.
They look a bit, yeah. But you still got that helmet thing.
Yeah,
You've got,
yeah.
It's all in different order, I think. And that's probably the god Ashur, because I told you, like the wings,
The wings, yeah.
that's the god Ashur.
Okay.
So we'll move on a bit.
Yeah.